Good evening. My name is Jones-Gatling, and today I will be discussing with you why I believe that financial literacy should be implanted into the K through 12 education system. Now, what is financial literacy? Financial literacy is the understanding of financial components and skills such as budgeting, investing, borrowing, taxation, and personal financial management. Financial literacy is basically knowing how to manage your money. Now, for those of you out there that are listening, I want you to think to yourself, how did I become financially literate? Or am I financially literate? Was it through my parents? Did I learn through school? Or did I learn when life kind of just came to me and I had to figure it out on my own? Now, according to the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, about 66% of the American population is illiterate, meaning that 66% are not literate, so they do not know how to manage their money on their own. Being financially literate can prepare you for financial problems and educate you on everyday facets of life such as student loans, mortgages, credit cards, investments, and health insurance. Now, how can we make America more financially literate? This is the thing I want to discuss with you guys today. I believe we can make America more financially literate by putting finance classes into our K through 12 system. Putting financial classes in the early education system will help prepare the future of America to go into college or adulthood. Now, you're wondering, how will we be able to do this without having to take out some of the other classes that are already implemented into the early K through 12 system? With this, even though high school students don't quite know what they want to do in life yet, they normally know what they don't want to do in life. So in high school, we can set some form of curriculum or curriculum guide based off what you believe you would want to do. Because this goes to my next slide. We can replace unnecessary classes that are taken. Now, every class that is taken right now is a necessity for certain students, but not for all students. There are certain students, like for example, an athlete, a construction man, a graphic designer, an entrepreneur, etc., and they have to take difficult classes that stress them out and have no purpose, rather than taking a finance class that can be used in everyday life. Like for example, where I'm from, high school classes, in high school to graduate high school, you have to take 4 maths, 4 Englishes, 3 sciences, and 4 histories. Once you get to like the third or fourth math, it's kind of like only people who really need it are people who are gonna do something related with math in their future. But for the careers I just listed, they wouldn't need it in their future. They would need more finance classes so that whenever they get money, they will know how to manage it. And it's especially good for people who are maybe going to the military or going straight to the workforce, because they're definitely not going to need these math problems with variables and the unit circle and the quadratic equation and all this, when instead they can learn how to actually manage their money and use it responsibly. Now, how can we make a change? How can we get this into the K through 12 system? This would be a very difficult task, as it's kind of hard to change something that's been established for many, many years. But some suggestions or ways we can do it is possibly petition to the Board of Education and petition in our local areas. When we petition in our local areas, it can possibly bring attention to the whole Board of Education in our area, and then they may be able to say something to a higher power, and then it can get us to it gets closer to our goal. Another way is to get constituents, which is basically workers like principals or your teachers, to say something, because if the people who are actually teaching or are in contact with these kids say something, they may see that what they say has more of a point, because they're directly in touch with the future of America. Now, why do we need to make this change? We need to make this change for the sake of the future of this country. The future of this country is all the high school students or anybody in the K through 12 system that's growing up, and putting them out into this world being financially irresponsible is not responsible on our end. We're not preparing them to step into the adult world. Only giving them we're only giving them access to things that aren't really a necessity in their life. So putting these classes in there will help them and help the whole country as a whole. And with this, hopefully, we'll see a swing, and instead of seeing the end of generations, instead we will see more generational wealth. Thank you.